So we recently saw a lot of things about the S23 Ultra, but that's not stopping at all. We still don't know if the Galaxy S23 series is coming sooner than expected or not, but we now have the first CAD renders of the S23 Ultra, which is crazy, and all thanks to OnLeaks. Now if you look at the renders closely, the rear camera module may look very familiar, but it is actually quite a bit bigger, and the other two cameras except the 10 megapixel 10x teleporter camera, ultra wide angle camera and a 200 megapixel main camera is not raised from the body at all. But it is also recently leaked that the device will actually feature a 200 megapixel massive camera sensor. Now, even though that will still be a massive camera sensor, quite a bit bigger than the iPhone 14 Pro's 48 megapixel, but compared to the S22 Ultra's 108 megapixel, even though megapixel wise it's more, but sensor size will not be that much. Even the aperture will not change that much. There will still be two 10 megapixel cameras, one with 3x teleporter zoom capabilities and one with 10x zoom capabilities. The overall physical dimension will not change either. The dimension will look like this: 163.4 mm tall, 78.1 mm wide and 8.9 mm thick. Now for reference, the S22 Ultra is 163.3 mm tall, 77.9 mm wide and 8.9 mm thick. So in terms of thickness, there is no changes. The height is a tad bit higher, but not that much. The frame, or should I say the sides of the phone, will be flatter compared to the curvier of the S22. Now if the CAD renders are actually 100% accurate, then yes, this year the S23 Ultra will have the thinner chin compared to S22 Ultra. And that's not only it, it will also be adopting a more symmetrical bezel all around. Now that might be a little disappointing considering the S22 Ultra used to feel like a little more immersive at the sides, so we might gonna miss that, but we will have to wait for more news to confirm that. You can subscribe to this channel for that. Now aside from all these things, the S23 Ultra is tipped to have the same 6.8-inch size as the S22 Ultra with LTPO technology, 2.0 technology, and that means it will have the 120Hz adaptive high refresh rate display, which is good. Now if you don't know, this year the S23 Ultra will actually feature M12 OLED display by Samsung, and that is currently used for the brightest phone screen in the iPhone 14 Pro Max. So yes, that high peak brightness outdoor is probably coming, and maybe better. Now as for the 200 megapixel camera, the leaker Ice Universe says he's 100% sure that the S23 Ultra's main 200 megapixel camera will be 1/1.3 inch sensor in size, and it will have a 0.6 micrometer size pixels and a larger aperture of f1.7, so that will allow more light to come in lower light scenarios. Now if you compare that to S22 Ultra's 108 megapixel sensor, then that is 1/1.33 inch sensor with 0.8 micrometer size pixels and f1.8 aperture. Not so different though. I mean, one of the important things that might be disappointing to you and even me is a 25-watt fast charging support. Now we still don't know whether it will support higher than that, but it is what is coming. That's kind of sad. Now other than that, it will also come with 5000 mAh battery, just like the S22 Ultra, not so different. And we also might see a different kind of facial recognition system to compete with the Face ID of iPhones, and that is also gonna be a very cool open technology from Samsung. So if you want to know more about that, then definitely check out my recent video on that. I will link down below. And definitely tell me, do you like the new design of the S23 Ultra? I mean, kind of new? And before the outro, here's one big important thing. Trust me, this is the best freaking wallpaper pack I have ever created. This is the Agate Series 3 wallpaper pack. This wallpaper pack has 18 super high resolution 8K wallpapers custom made for your tablets, laptops, and your smartphones. You can visit the link in the description below to check out, or simply visit my website johndavid.com for a lot more than these wallpapers, tech news and so many stuffs. So yeah, definitely visit it. Until the next one, bye and take care.